It's a good person. I agree.
I don't think Joey ever got... I don't think... Okay, so however he broke up with somebody, I feel like is moot to the point of why he got somebody to be involved with him in the first place. Like, he never lied to anyone to get them to sleep with him. Mainly because he was already
just
so
said,
hot.
how you doing?
He's so hot.
He just
in and of himself. He's Italian.
Is that true? Hold on.
Yeah,
He never lied to anyone?
He never lied to anyone.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
it was
wait,
never like,
actually-
hey, I told it... Okay.
The story.
Right, the story's
It's a lie.
It's an
fictional.
absolute 100%
fictitious.
lie.
Okay, but it's
Yeah.
not like to
Yeah.
the extent of like Barney Stinson's like playbook. It's
I
one of
don't
those
know.
things.
Sure,
like,
it's
you know,
not. It is
kind
just a
of.
story that he tells that isn't truthful, but it's not necessarily so. Like at the end, it's like so. That's why you should sleep
But
with
you
me.
would
It's
you
just
would
like
need
an
to be
interesting
halfway
story.
there already on Joey. You would already
You
be
would.
like,
It would not be like
lost in his
He's
dreamy
not a
eyes or whatever.
forcible guy, let's
No.
say
No,
that.
yeah.
No, yeah.
But
like,
he's
he could walk
definitely,
away from anything.
But he's definitely talking you into it. You're on the
But
fence.
who isn't?
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
get you.
I'm
You're
sorry.
right.
Like
It's
literally,
true.
like just to
Well-
take it out of like.
You're never on the fence. Get on the fence.
Sorry.
I'm
You're like
sorry.
inside the house, like not even in the backyard near the fence.
all of the
God, your metaphor is so right. Okay,
all of the female friends
love you.
have constantly battled the
You
concept
need
of
to get on
sleeping
the
with
fence.
Joey. Like at least all like Phoebe, Monica, and Rachel have all talked about like, yeah, I would have fucked Joey at a certain point.
Also,
I'm
he's
surprised
very
Phoebe
respectful. Remember when they're in Vegas? Ross and Rachel get fucking hammered. Joey goes, "Hey Rachel, how you doing?" And she goes, "I'm good, baby. How you?" And he's like, "Ross, don't let her drink anymore."
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
leaves.
Yeah,
He doesn't
He
use it to
cares
take
about all of
advantage
them.
of her.
Chandler fucks
Yeah.
one of Joey's girlfriends, and it,
Yeah.
like almost completely ruins their relationship.
Uh-huh,
Like that's one of those moments where you're just like, Joey would never do that to somebody.
No.
He would never do that to somebody that was like important in his like system. So that
he
makes
never
That's
me-
where the
All right.
difference is.
You know
But
what
the thing
though?
is, he never lied to those women. He
I'm
met them
sorry.
as actors or whatever. They all knew he was dumb and pretty.
Okay, but
Yeah.
in that example, in this particular, I can't remember her name. Her name is Paget Brewster in real life, but I can't remember the character name. When they get together,
I can tell
that's tell
Which
me.
girlfriend is it?
It's the girlfriend that,
The short
that
red hair.
Chandler,
Chandler.
stole from.
That was Paget
Joey.
Brewster?
Yeah, that's
Is
her
that
name.
is that no, sorry. I'm
Kathy.
thinking-
Kathy?
With a K.
When they
Okay.
get together, it's for
Yep.
it's because of love. It's not. He's not like Chandler's not like, hey, what's going on? How can I steal this
Yeah,
girl?
you're hot.
He
Yeah,
meets her,
and Joey's confused
They joke
about-
about some sort of like they joke about some comedy, and then
Yeah.
they make some reference. They end up getting up late to watch some PBS documentary
Yeah,
together.
it was like a Ken Burns thing.
They are
Yeah.
friggin' two peas in a pod immediately.
And Joey's constantly
They're-
like,
and
I don't
Joey's
get
an
this
idiot. Yeah,
shit.
he's not
But-
together.
But
He got her.
she
a pen
got into a
that's also
relationship with him.
clock.
Yeah, that if you flip over, the girl's naked. But
But the thing is like
Chandler
that
got
girl
the
got into a
Velveteen Rabbit.
relationship with Joey based on all of the facts that Joey like it was just like they worked on a film together, they worked on a show together or whatever, and Joey came up, said how you doing? She slept with him, and that's how it worked. It
Wendell, you
was,
never
like-
dated somebody who you knew they were not the right person for you, but you went ahead and dated them because why not? Come on.
What is that? what kind of question is that? Really, though?
I'm sorry
never
that
think
you're. I'm
anyone's
sorry
the
that our
right
audience
person.
is your mom, but
No,
I've done that.
no. What is the
Everyone's
attitude?
done that.
No, exactly. But what is the attitude of saying like every person I go up to, I am assuming might be the last person I'll ever be with? Because that's not the operation. That's not like the assumption that Joey operates on.
That's what I'm doing wrong.
You know, it's like
No.
Joey doesn't assume that that person is the one he's in love with forever. He just is. He's just doing what Joey does.
I feel like I've got a lot of Joey.
and there's there's nothing wrong with just coming up and be
yeah.
like, hey, how you doing? Not making any promises other than asking, like, other than assuming that he cares how you're doing.
So you're telling me, like, I could have sworn...
That's the only promise he made.
Hold on.
Is like really seeming like it matters to you how you're doing right now.
What do you mean you don't care how?
Yeah. Like that's all he promises.
are there
Is
not
that he gives a shit
situations-
about that answer.
Where at the end, like, after the night or whatever, they're confused as to what's going to happen next? Because I could have sworn that's the situation.
Okay, no,
Which
that
definitely
happened
is it
in
on
one
him, or is it-
episode
Multiple.
with what's her face. Well, they highlighted it in this one episode with the girl that's also on Sex in the City.
She like cooking for them or something. And
Charlotte?
Is it Samantha? No,
It's
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
And
The redhead.
There's one that was, like,
so
making
Joey
pancakes.
leaves, and it's when Rachel is living with him, and he's like, "Hey, can you just let her know I'm not looking for anything serious?"
Right.
And then she ends up making friends with her. They go to lunch, see him again, and they're like, "You have to just go on another date with her." And then he ends up having a great time with her. And then she is the one that's like, "Hey, can you guys maybe tell Joey that I'm like not really into this anymore?" Like she does the same thing that Joey tried to do, and he's really bummed about it. Oh, poor Joey.
I feel like I would like. So could we agree that he's maybe not a liar, but he is a deceptive character? He leaves things out on purpose, at the very least.
Oh, I mean, he definitely has, broken a number of hearts.
Okay, there's the one lady
He's
that
a
actually
heartbreaker.
thinks he is Dr. Draco Moore.
Yeah,
Brooke Shields.
Brooke
Yeah,
Shields.
Brooke Shields. And he does keep that light going for a very short amount of time until it becomes dangerous for him to keep that light going.
And they actually help him solve that by giving her a different
soap
story.
opera.
I know, but he
Yeah.
he knows she
Right.
doesn't know the truth between like reality and fiction.
Right.
He
He
knows
follows
it
that
and
line.
goes with it for a second, so that kind of counteracts my point. But Brooke Shields is hot enough that that's kind of that whole thing is like it's like, but if you're gonna get a crazy stalker fan. Brooke Shields is the best example of that, right? Like, crazy stalker fans are monsters.
She is kind of a Babytron 3000.
No, not for real. And she was like, that was the thing, is like, what was it, Brooke
Yeah,
Under
but-
Fire? Brooke Under Fire? Was that the name of her show?
No.
Grace Under Fire?
Grace Under Fire?
It
No,
was,
it's a different show.
She was not
it
on
was
it.
Susan.
Suddenly
Susan.
Susan.
Suddenly Susan.
Suddenly
Yes!
Susan.
90s
internet.
sitcoms! Yes! I love that show. And Brooke Shields was like, it's like one of those things. She's also 7 feet tall, so like,
Yeah, that happens.
don't like upset that. Don't upset that. That's
Speaking of 7 feet tall, remember the one where Ross goes out on a date with the model whose name I can't remember, and it turns out she's super dirty, and their whole house is filled with trash?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Who is
Yeah,
it?
she's
It's
like
like
a
Claudia
hoarder.
Schiffer? No.
No.
There's rats or something, right?
Yeah.
No, there's
Yeah.
a hamster running around, and there's something moving, and he slams it and kills it.
Oh,
and she
yeah.
goes, "No, it's Mitzi." And then she looks and she goes, "Oh, good, it's not Mitzi. It's just a rat." And he's like, "Ah!"
My favorite is when he puts his arm around her and then he lifts his hand up and there's,
And there's just
chocolate
goo.
sauce.
So gross.
Oh God!
He like screams. He's just like, "Ah!"
It's so great.
It
I
is
love
so
it so
good.
much, and he's so upset about the whole thing. Yeah, there's a lot of very attractive ladies that are really super weird.
Yep.
That happens a lot.
I'm
That's
stuck in an ATM vestibule.
Would you? What?
Put Joey on the phone.
Who was Joey's Australian new roommate?
Oh,
Her name, Elle McPherson.
Elle McPherson.
Elle McPherson. Yeah.
The character's name was...
And she was just Joey's perfect wife. Like, if we were gonna break it down.
No.
No, she sucked.
The decorator?
You know
one?
why
That
she wasn't perfect?
No,
redecorated,
because she
right?
liked to party. Like, wasn't
You know why
she
she wasn't perfect? Because she didn't like Chandler and Monica. And
That's
friends
right.
are the
Yeah.
most important to Joey.
to Joey? Exactly why Joey is the best friend. We're not, the show isn't called Human Beings. I'm trying to bring this back. I'm trying to bring this all the way back.
It
The
is
show
also
is
a
not
comedy.
called Humans. It's not about who is the best person. This show is about who is the best friend, if we're going to qualify it. Joey's never
the best
backs.
friend.
Joey never backs down from his friends.
Nope.
Like, even when they fuck him over, like that's his whole thing.
He's just mad at them, but he doesn't cut them out.
Every time Chandler tries to move out or almost moves out in like the story, it's
He
the
made
hardest
Chandler
thing
get
in the
in a
world
box,
for Joey.
didn't
He didn't cut him out, though. He didn't say,
made him
"You're
get
not
in
my
the
friend
box.
anymore."
Chandler
cheated
stole
with his
Joey's
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Yeah, but
And
I'm
he
just
made
saying,
him sit
like,
in a box.
he made
like-
him sit in a box. That's like...
And also, a few
Which-
seasons later, he says, Chandler cheated on my girlfriend, and I'm mad at him for 10 years. And he was like, that's like 5 years ago. And he's like, yeah, you got another 5, buddy.
But I'm just saying, like, maybe he's the best friend out of all of them.
He also
But...
Who? Joey?
Joe, yeah, but like, would you be friends with someone who had you get into a box?
technically,
That's such a tepid
No, but Chandler,
punishment.
That's the thing is like Chandler knows 100% the entire time what he's gonna do is gonna be fucked up, and he still does it.
I was just about to argue that Chandler was the best friend.
Nope,
No.
not at all.
God,
Not at
no.
all.
No.
I want to hear your argument
Honestly,
for why.
I mean, other than
He's the worst.
Other than a few
Like,
of the mistakes that he made,
next
I
to
feel
Ross.
like he is kind to everybody. He does well to
No,
help each other
he
out.
makes
Ross's
fun of
sister.
everyone.
He fucks his best friend's sister.
Ross's sister.
He also fucks
loves
Joey's
Monica.
sister.
Yeah, hold
That
on.
is true,
All
and does
right,
not
yeah,
give a
that's
shit.
true.
And he makes fun of
No, sorry,
He
everyone.
yeah.
was drunk. He was drunk.
He
and
steals
had
Joey's
sex with
girlfriend,
Joey's
fucks one of his,
right,
and
you're
can't
right.
remember who at the weird dinner thing.
Yeah, no, that you're right.
He was married
Joey
to
has,
Teresa, by the
like
way.
9
He also-
really hot sisters.
He also doesn't.
It's like my cousin Vinny.
You've convinced me because he also doesn't forgive his father.
No,
Ever.
Ever.
Monica makes him, which
Yeah,
is like the
but he
thing.
doesn't.
But that's the thing is like, who's it? If we're gonna like step back, I understand that like the bigger progressive move would be, hey, get over your father's shit and let him come to your wedding. Whether or not he was ready to, Monica was like, "Fuck you, he's coming to the wedding."
Yeah.
like Monica forced Chandler
Yeah.
to just get over his shit, which
Yeah, I guess
that's
shitty.
like in the universal sense. Yeah, Chandler needed to, but Monica didn't really like let him get there on his own.
Yeah,
She
you
was
can't
like,
be forcing people.
your dad,
No.
your dad's coming.
There were a few episodes leading up to that where she was like, "You need to get over this," and he was like, "I'm not gonna. I hate my dad."
She bought tickets like
Yeah,
secretly.
and she was like, "You know what? If you're not gonna like even discuss it, we're gonna go out
Your
to Vegas and we're gonna
process-
do it."
Your process means so fucking little to me as a human being that
Well,
I
he
already
wasn't
bought
even-
tickets to Vegas and your dad's coming.
Well, that's the thing. He wasn't willing to go through
Let's just
the
call him dad.
process.
Let's just call him dad.
I
Morgan
don't know.
Fairchild is
Well,
wrong.
Fair-
but he was so motherly in the end. Like he loved Chandler. That was the whole thing.
I don't remember
that
much
whole
about the side
episode.
story, so.
That whole episode.
yeah.
He just talks about how he wants to be there, and
Yeah.
Chandler's the only one that's like hung up on it.
Yeah, but
No.
but think about the past. Okay, the character of the father totally was full abandonment as a child.
No.
Went away like
No, I
off
feel
to
like
do
the
his
mom
show.
kicked him out.
No. That's the thing is like Chandler's issues weren't necessarily that his dad went away. It was like my
'Cause
dad
his
liked
dad was
my
around.
dad liked the houseboy,
The pool boy,
the
It was the butler.
house-
Did
yeah,
the sad
like-
little rich boy have
Sorry,
a problem with the butler?
Yeah, what do they call him? The pool guy or the cabana boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, cabana boy. Like
He came
his
to
dad,
his swim meets
his
dressed
dad-
as a different Hollywood starlet.
His dad one day just said, I'm in love with the cabana boy. That's all he said. He didn't say goodbye to the family.
Yeah.
So Chandler not being able to deal with his trans father makes him a bad guy because it was an unusual thing that he had a tough time dealing with. I don't know if that makes
Into
Chandler
his
inherently
40s?
a guy,
Into his 40s?
a bad guy.
30s.
30s. Okay, sure.
Yeah, none
but
of them
like
are 40
being
by the
confronted
time
with
it's
it, and his
finished.
dad just going like, "Oh my God, it's so nice to see you for such a very long time, even though you're an adult and you maybe could have worked through some of this shit."
Though, what an inappropriate place to bring him to get over it is the like place
while
that
he's doing his
represents
burlesque show.
this thing. Like they could
Yeah.
have met in like a neutral place where like maybe he's not
Where they
quite,
just like have dinner.
But that's not funny.
No, you're right.
not
And
sitcom.
I think to Patrick's point, a lot of these things, the reason why they made this decision or that decision, or whatever, it has to do with like, well, what was funnier?
Yeah.
And I always, whenever I get mad at characters on television shows, I'll always be like, I'll be yelling at them, why won't you do this? And my husband will say, if they learned their lesson, there would be no show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love this show? Would you like to watch another episode?
If
'Cause
they
you do,
communicated, there would be no show.
yeah, if this person learns their lesson, no more episodes of this entire thing, because the
Yeah.
crux
Totally.
is their failures. Watch them fail. I mean, even the intro song is like, want to watch a bunch of fuck up? Yeah, it's hilarious, isn't it?
Literally, no day is their day. That is 100%. It's not their week, their month.
Or even their year.
Yeah, you will watch 8 years of this, and it will be none of their years. All 8 of them.
It's no one's years.
There are less than 8 friends here, and not one of them has a year amongst this collective.
It's not,
Nobody's killing it for a whole year.
and
at
it's
any
nobody's
point.
side year either. It's not Mike's
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not,
No, it's never Gunther's year.
it's
Poor
never
Gunther.
God.
Gunther's
We
year.
haven't even mentioned Gunther.
Gunther.
never, ever even gets like
Nothing.
a hand job Like
How
Gunther,
would they
you know how
communicate
easy.
Gunther got a hand job
You know how
in that
easy
show?
it is to get a hand